Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Marketing Mode. I'm Jenna,
I'm Todd.
and today we present to you the first annual research content draft. Todd, let's see who can build the strongest research strategy. Here we go.
All right, we have a top 10. And actually, before the call, we had a little coin flip, and I actually have the number one pick. So, Jenna, let's just get
It's
started.
age before beauty.
That's right. Thank you, Jenna. Just for that, I'm going to make sure I have a really strong first pick. All right. So my first pick, I'm going with blog posts. I know it sounds a little bit tried and true, but you know what? Blog posts, man, they're solid. Everybody needs them. You can break up your research report into, 5, 6, maybe 10 different blog posts over the course of 3 months. This is going to be on my team for a long time. Blog post number one.
That's a good one. It's really the quintessential piece of content. All right. I am gonna go with I think I want to go with infographics. My design background, I think, gives me I just love an infographic. It presents the research in a really compelling way. People love aesthetically pleasing stats. You can put them anywhere, you can throw them up on the blog, you can create a social post with them. So yeah, infographics is my number one pick.
Ah, I was hoping that would be overlooked. All right. Okay. Well, I'm going to stay in that vein a little bit. I'm going to go with short video clips.
Ooh.
All right. Because you're right. People love infographics because of the visual, and video keeps going up and up the charts as far as engagement. And so I'm going to take video clips because you can crank out that same storyline in a short video, short series of video clips, high engagements. I'll take video clips with my number two pick.
Okay. I can't believe you actually didn't do what I thought you were going to do, which was webinars and podcasts, kind of like these shorter live events, because I mean, I guess in the same vein as video, um, people love consuming video, and what a fantastic way to supply content to a webinar, a podcast episode like this. We also have a YouTube channel, whether you're watching or listening to this right now. And research fuels everything that we put on this channel. So webinars and podcasts, my number two pick.
All right. Okay. Good one. Now I'm scrambling a little bit, but I'm gonna go. She's flexing. I'm gonna go and give a little bit of love to my B2B background, and I'm gonna go with lead capture. All right. So
Ooh.
traditional, this is building on your offensive and defensive lines. We're going to get some lead captures there. I know you have to go through a form sometimes, but those are truly people who want your content, right? So high quality content that's hard to come by, which is what research provides. Put it behind a lead capture and really generate those leads for your sales team.
All right. Now we're getting down to kind of the lower bottom of the half of the list here. But I gotta say sales enablement. Your business development background, Todd, but we've seen such good results from including when clients include research in their sales enablement, in decks, giving your sales team something to talk about. It's just incredibly compelling to prospects. So that's what are we on, 3 or 4?
Is that 4? I think that's 4.
I lost count.
No, 3 each. So now we're up to 3
right.
each, and and sales enablement, like I think that was a sleeper pick. I
Yeah,
was hoping I could catch that one a little bit later in the draft, get some high value out of it. But you pulled it out from underneath me. So,
the ringer.
but here's one that slipped, and I'm not sure if it's injured or what's wrong, but social post. So social media post.
Mhm.
Um, I thought that was going to be a little bit earlier in the draft. But
Totally.
when you think about like all the different ways, whether it be, whatever social media works for you, breaking out that research and having those little clips and really feeding that social media, uh, you know, your social media platform. I thought that was going to go higher. So I'll gladly take that on my team here as my fourth pick.
Yeah, that's a really, really good pickup. Uh, Social media posts are kind of a given. I'm surprised that it's this late in the game. Um, how about uh how about live events, like in-person events? Releasing a research report for the first time at a big live event, or even, promising access to it, or using stats from a recent research project. So yeah, live events is my number 4.
Yeah, you're number four. I like that too because your executive team wants something new and compelling. So
Mm,
if you can, enable them with having maybe some new stats, and I feel like that helps enhance their presentations. So yeah, good pick there. Um, I'm going to go a little bit outside the box here and take a flyer, but I think it's underappreciated is guest blog post.
there we
Um,
go.
we talked about my number one, so I'm going to have this sandwich of blog posts. Number one was blog post. Number five, I think it's a little bit different category, guest blog post, because a lot of times you can go out to different companies, and since you have research, you can present it to them and say, if you're interested in me writing an article based on this research study, I'd be happy to do that. And that time, a lot of times we'll kind of take out from the that other company fear that it's going to be like like just a sales pitch, because it has research based to research connected to it. So I'm going to sandwich blog posts, different types, in my draft here.
Little sister to blog posts.
Little sister, yes.
Um, is that oh, well, I mean, I don't know if this is technically considered content, but I'm gonna throw it in there because she's a doozy. Media coverage, and the whole backlink kind of situation that you can get from your reports. I guess you could consider a press release content. Um, but yeah, I mean, media coverage, research is just so powerful when it comes to getting that press and that media coverage. It's a huge part of our process, and we've seen incredible results. So the honorable mention, I guess.
Well, I think I'm going to have to reluctantly give that to you because I do think that is a legitimate format, um, even though I would like to not give it to you, but I do think that is a legitimate format because when we look at, well, actually here just a recap. So I think mine were blog posts, uh, short videos, lead capture, uh, guest blog post. I think are the ones that I picked. And when now that I go out to go back and like look at my team a little bit more closely, but we really think about like all the different ways you can use that research. It really makes sense, and all those pieces when you start adding them up, like that makes it pretty, like for me, I'm pretty confident in that team, right? Pretty confident in what I can do to move my marketing initiatives forward.
What were mine? I lost track. I blacked out there.
Webinars, you stole that one. um, Sales enablement, infographics, live events, and media coverage. So that was your.
Ooh, I mean,
That's
I got a wide variety. I've covered all my bases there.
you did, and actually, I forgot my fifth was social post. I think that was my fifth one.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, interesting. We thought this would be a fun way of thinking about these. We weren't exactly sure what we were going to take in the draft. But I know when we work with clients, we kind of go over all the different options you have for your research. And a lot of times it is like this from the standpoint of like really looking at, what are your objectives and how can I maximize the value of my research? And I think it's a really good illustration. You could put together a pretty good collection of tactics. You don't necessarily have to do like all 10, but if you pick out some of the ones that, most closely maybe align with what you're currently doing or what you want to accomplish, it can make a very powerful tactic and make your research, I think, much more affordable when you look at the overall ROI.
Yep. As long as you have a strategy, you really can't lose, honestly.
That's right. And, a lot of these, the nice thing about it too is they do overlap, right? So like some of the ones that you picked and some of the ones I picked, like, for example, once you've discovered what your storyline is for your report, you can use that same storyline, like in your videos or in your blog posts. So it's not like you're going out and, definitely your infographics, but it's not like you have to go out and reinvent the wheel. You can kind of use that same storyline just in different formats.
Another good point is you don't have to do this all at once. You can create a strategy for the entire year worth of content. You can fuel an entire year's worth of content with one research report. And so it's important to note that like you don't have to kind of do everything all at once. There's definitely things that are best to do right off the bat, like say media coverage. But you can trickle infographics, social posts, and then lead up to a big live event, you know what I mean? Or a webinar, or release, a podcast a month. So yeah,
I definitely like that idea of just like building, brick by brick. And if you do one research study, like the next time, maybe you're doing your second annual, it becomes more of a trend report. And you already have like the 3 things you did the first time, and now you're going to add on maybe 2 additional things the next time. It adds up, and it becomes a little bit easier to actually execute them once you have that game plan.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to get my guys
this was
trained.
a success. Yeah.
I know. I need to get my guys in, lifting and get them all,
get them in gear.
Get them in gear. Exactly.
Well, this was fun. Thanks, Todd. We'll see you next
You're
time.
welcome. Have a good day.